remember when I first moved here, I bought myself a guitar for my 30-something birthday. I don't need you to know my age. I'm in my 50s now. I bought a guitar firstly. Then I bought a small one for my son, and I bought a large one, enough for me. Because I love music so much that I wanted to learn, you know, how to play the guitar, how to play the keyboard. I even bought myself a keyboard. That's what you might see sometimes in the video. And my son was only like 4 years old, but I bought them with the intention that he would learn them, you know, learn to play it. Sometimes what we didn't achieve in life, we want our children to achieve. My son, well, the little guitar that I bought for him, he used to just, you know, mess around with it. And the reason I bought a small one for him at that time, he was only 4, is because I know he would have strung at mine, you know. I said, no, I don't want him to mess it up, so I bought him a small one. I say all this to say also, and I always come with that line. We have to stop. Okay, we have to find out what our children really like in life, although at 4 years he could not have decided. Before we push things on them, find out what they really like, then follow through on their dreams and goals. I bought this guitar and it just stayed there in this chair, never used it. I once had a tutor came at me. We were, you know, strumming around on the keyboard and guitar. But then, I think around 2004, when Hurricane Ivan came to Grenada, I had to leave because my son was born in Barbados, so I had to take him there to finish his education. There's no way I could have left him here when he has a choice. And the tutoring just stopped, which means I never went back at it really. But every now and again I just play some kind of, I pull the strings of the guitar regardless. It makes some kind of music. I play the keyboard because I think the keyboard can be easily learned. Even so, YouTube have stuff on it that you can learn how to do anything. But as I said, in reality, we often like to push our children into things that we never achieved in life, and, you know, let them go at it. Sometimes they don't care for all of that. Just like we might decide, you know, I'm going to buy this piece of property for my children, and trust me, later on in life, they don't even want that property. They don't even want to live in the area you bought the property. And it just might have been your dream property. They might just sell it out and make some money off it. But it doesn't mean you stop investing in them. I honestly believe in investing in our children. The reality is, right? And I've noticed it especially in black parents, in parenthood. We tend to believe that our children should work for what they want. I kind of believe it too. But I think it comes sometimes from a very hurt place. Sometimes when I hear people say it, I work hard for what I wanted, so you gotta work too. Do you know why we are so poor and destitute, most of us? Because our parents didn't leave us anything to, you know, draw on and improve on. That's one of the reasons. I'm not saying it's the main reason. And people might say, if you give a child a silver spoon, he would never be a disciplined child that knows how to work and achieve. And I understand that. But if we all start, from the time we start working, we just decide we're going to rent a house. We're not going to say we're going to take our monies and save it to buy a piece of property, whether it's land or a house or whatever. The first check we get, we buy a vehicle. We buy a vehicle, we rent a house. $1,200, $1,500 per month for rent plus domestic bills. And you still want to save something. So tell me, you're gonna spend roughly, let's say $1,500 if you're renting. Tell me, you know how much money that can be used to go towards paying for a piece of land? Do you know? Sometimes our parents are so quick to pelt us out of their houses. I have to say pelt. It doesn't make you a man or a woman. You gotta go there and then, no. You know what you're doing to your children when you keep doing that? Let me tell you something. You know how to create wealth? If parents could decide, when they have a home and they could have little units downstairs that the children invest, whatever. Even if it's a 1-bedroom per child. And they can stay at the parents' home and save until they find a way to purchase properties, to build, to save. Give them that chance. This is how you build legacy. Otherwise, they're going out there and they're still struggling. You know how many people are working for years and cannot afford a home? Their salaries don't meet the agenda. And what we keep doing, whatever little money we have, we give it to the landlord. Yes? We give it to the landlord and we probably party some more. We probably party with the rest. Or do, necessary for ourselves. The only way, or one of the ways that you can improve on your future and future for your children is to create a legacy. And we have to stop fighting down each other as families. This family better than the other. Do you know what's the most cruel thing? It's to have families, one are richer, or let's say poorer than the other then. And you're getting through in life, but yet you won't help your other family members. Because you know what, you're fighting to get that name that you're well off. You're not well off if your other family aren't well off, Because that's how the family legacy and name extend. Who is she? Oh, she's family of this lady who, the lady who has this so and so. You know that big property? That probably the property she has now on the she has it up for real estate or to sell and big restaurants, and your family struggles daily because your intention is to be better than that family. You want a name for yourself. So that's why family always left behind, because they're not doing things together, they're not cooperating, they're not helping each other. They're not helping each other because one's supposed to be richer than the other. We're not in the category. Or you are always at their mercy. I've seen families like that. So guys, my suggestion, sometimes you have parents that you can't live with. I know that. They're miserable, some of them. So as soon as you find your way, you go. I know that. There are family like that. But if we keep thinking that way, we will never leave a legacy behind. We will always be struggling. It will be like 8 to 4 work, get your salary, pay your rent, yes, pay your bills, and never own anything. Start telling your children to invest in real estate. You can't go wrong. Invest in real estate, buy a piece of land. When you get your salary, and sometimes I know people are saying now, what jobs are not, guaranteed nowadays. But if you can decide, you know what? I've seen my family or my mom or my dad struggle. This is not going to happen to me. And you make up your mind that every month you put aside some money towards a piece of property. And you don't just put it away because, every year, in fact, every month, land appreciates. Invest. Invest in a legacy for your children. And do so even before all those foreigners come and buy over your lands in your country. Because everybody's eyeing it. It's beautiful. The Caribbean is a beautiful place. Picturesque. Beautiful sand. Beaches. The quiescence. The ambience. It's breathtaking. So come on and grab a piece of property and invest. Invest for your children so that they don't have to always be renting. Create a legacy. That's how you can do it. Build a business. What are we afraid of? Why aren't we helping each other? What are we afraid of? That's what I've been telling my son, I said, you know what? You need to do this. It's not all about having a vehicle. Yes, you need a vehicle to get around. It might save you a lot too, but I also believe that's dead money. Why would you want to spend $70,000 on a vehicle that the piece of land could cost you almost that too? Why would you? Tell me, why would you? Let me understand your logic. But each man to his own. Do I give this advice? It's all up to you. You know what path you want to journey. All I'm saying is build a legacy. Because no one is going to do it for your children but you. Do it now. So you don't look back and say, you know what? Those Syrians and those Indians and those Chinese are taking over our whole place. Claim what is yours. Well, you can. With all my love, Donique.